if you want to square off these potatoes.
Fight them, square off.
Yeah, square off.
It's the eye of the potato.
The eye, the heart, the soul.
Similar to the eye of
it's
the
the soul
tiger,
of the
but...
potato. Yeah.
How thin?
Like
oh,
that.
long ways.
The quicker they get submerged in the cream, the less they'll oxidize. Let's see then. Yeah, I would push down just a little bit harder just so it's a little thicker.
Great, make it more risky. I'm gonna fucking cut my goddamn hand off.
Don't do that.
Maybe don't put that in the video.
I didn't really cook as a kid. I remember like becoming interested in it later in high school and then my early 20s. First kitchen job was at a place called Philly West. It was a cool job. I liked those guys. I was hired as like a dishwasher. One day someone was out smoking a cigarette and orders came in and I was like, where's the guy? The owner was like, just start cooking it. I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I just started cooking the orders and it was fun. I enjoyed it. And I remember I went to my chef at the time and was like, and I told him, I was like, I don't want to do this forever. But as long as I'm here, I want to like move up as far as I can, because there was like a manager position coming up, was offered the chef de cuisine position at Conflux where we worked together. That was kind of the point where I was like, okay, this is like actually, I feel like what I'm doing to make a living versus just to make rent. There's something interesting about working in a kitchen to me, and I don't know why. I think I watched a lot of Iron Chef growing up, which I loved. I used to love that show. You ever watch old Iron Chef? With like Morimoto.
It's a lot of Food Network in my childhood.
That's like, yeah, same.
I was trying to learn, you know, how to make this, how to make that. I tried to imitate Iron Chef things.
See, I wasn't even trying to learn at that point. I was just watching them cook food.
How'd you guys meet?
He was my boss. He hired me. I dropped out of college, started working at Paws Up, did that for 2 years. Working like 20+ day shifts with no breaks. I wanted to come down to the ranch and enjoy the ranch. So I looked for a little more laid back job in town that I didn't have to drive to and saw that this new restaurant was opening up. I thought that was cool and it was Ryan's email.
I remember that interview. I'm sure you probably do too.
Oh yeah.
You're like, worked Paws Up, and you're like, well, my family like cooks a ton. I grew up cooking. At the time, I was like, I don't know what that means, but all right, let's go. Let's go.
I met a guy at Conflux, and we wanted to do charcuterie, so that's what we started 5th season with. We would do farmers markets and all this stuff, and then we just kind of merged everything with the ranch. In 2021, we got a grant to add a slaughter floor to our meat shop, and that freed up our trailer that we were transporting the carcasses back from Lolo Locker back to the ranch. So we had this trailer that had all this FRP, had lighting, so we decided to make a food truck. Ryan quickly became the chef of that food truck.
Yeah, I mean, the food truck was fucking great. If you have access to all the meat, any part of the animal that you could possibly want.
Started at Western Cider first year, then went to Dram Shop after we decided to do a brick and mortar location, and the rest is history.
That's when we edit the video.
This is live.
It's streaming all over the world.
We should never do a live stream. The plan with the chef series coming up beyond this, the first one is just starting with our in-house chef here, Ryan, throwing it back, doing a dish we've done before at our end of season dinner 3 years ago now.
It's gonna end up being pretty similar. We'll reduce the jus that it's cooked in, kind of make like a demi-glace, got some chestnut mushrooms, and then with this potato dish, a more involved version of like a scalloped potato. We'll bake it and then kind of press it overnight. As Josh said, 100-layered potatoes.
She got thick.
That one's a little thick.
So no. We decided to do it because it's the best version of meat and potatoes, and Ryan loves to slow cook things.
I do love slow cooking things.
But they have more flavor. Like I mentioned, with more it gets used, the tougher it is, but the more flavorful it is. Brisket and short rib, you're getting to the point where it kind of falls apart, shreds. Like if you took a round from the rear, that would be a little bit different because the rear is a little leaner. But rounds, you can like do a roast where then you slice it really thin. And I love like a round roast that's kind of pink and you eat with like horseradish.
I also find that like short ribs and brisket take a little bit longer to cook than just like another part of the chuck, but they tend to have a lot more connective tissue and fat. Adds a lot of flavor and tenderness once you melt that.
If you have a good slow cooking method, it'll work for a lot of things. Beef is a religion.
Don't include that.
I'm religiously beef.
I'm right behind you. Hot pan. So yeah, it's been in for about 6 hours. We're gonna take all the brisket out, drain everything from the braising liquid and reduce that down to make a sauce.
Moving forward, we just want to get chefs in here, come hang out for a day, see what we got, use what we have in the kitchen, take our meat, take the fresh produce that we have, work with Ryan and whip up a good special and just have fun doing it.
So it's like an all expense paid play date for me.